Hey there, it's Jira from Plant Corner, and today I wanted to talk to you about 3 mindsets that will make you a better plant parent. I've been working with hundreds, if not thousands, of plant parents in New York City, and here are 3 things that I feel like good plant parents have in common. A good plant parent doesn't mean that you've never killed a plant, right? A lot of people would say I am a good plant parent, but trust me, I have killed hundreds of them in the past 5 years that I've started caring for plants. But that, as you can see, I have kept more, like many times more of them alive. So what does being a good plant parent mean? To me, it means that you find joy in taking care of plants, you wanted to learn about them, you have a good relationship with them, maybe you understand them and you always wanted to do better so that they can thrive better in your environment. And I think having that joy and good relationship with plants is what I identify as being a good plant parent. I feel like out of all the plant parents I've met, the one who successfully, keep plant alive and also like have fun while doing it has a good flexible mindset. And having a flexible mindset means that you're just not gonna get strict and being rigid and being to the rules that like, okay, this plant needs to be watered once a week. And every plant in my care has to be watered once a week, right? Because being flexible means that knowing that all the plants are not the same. Like no 2 plants are the same, no 2 environments are the same, because different directions that your window is facing, how much light your plant is getting, what type of substrates that your plants are being planted in, like those dictate how much water to give. So you have to be flexible about, the amount of water and frequency that you give them. Being flexible is also about learning, right? So like if you kill the plants, you see that as a challenge and see that as an opportunity to learn and do better for your other plants so that you don't repeat the same mistake. I also had a customer who's like, oh, like this store told me to water this plant once a week. And I've been following that direction, and then the plant died. So like, I don't know what could have gone wrong. Well, having a flexible mindset means you think, if the plant looks sad, then I probably need to water them more often than once a week. Or if the plant, if the soil is still moist, then maybe I shouldn't be watering this week. So that flexible mindset plus critical thinking skill will help you keep your plants alive for a longer period of time, I think. If you think about plants in nature, in the wild, they just grow, no one has to fertilize them, no one has to water them, but because they were, from that environment, that's how they thrive. And I think it's the same idea when you bring them into your apartment. You want to create the right environment so that you don't have to do so much about caring, and then the plant will thrive by themselves. With that, I mean, if you know that some plants like succulents, they came from the desert, then they will need a lot of light in order to thrive. And in the desert, when it rains, it pours. So like it doesn't rain very often, but when it does rain, it pours. So when you water them, don't just give them like a tiny sip, but like completely soak them so that they could, grow longer roots and then like thrive in your environment. If you bring some plants that originated from a rainforest, humidity is key. So if you don't have the humidity level that they need, they might not look the best. Like what plant will fit this dark corner? Think about how you could make that dark corner turn it into the right environment for them. Maybe you need a grow light, maybe you need a humidifier, maybe you need some fans to create the airflow, just like how there's wind and air in nature. So with that in mind, like that's how we created our store. So we have grow lights everywhere where there's not enough, where we know there's not enough light. We have humidifiers running 24/7, just to make sure that, you know, the plant is getting the right environment that they need. Where we place the plants matters. Like close to the window, we would place plants that needs a lot of light, and then like further into the store, we have plants that are like low light tolerant, and by tolerant I mean not no light, right? So these are things we do, like we created this environment so that we don't have to spend so much time trying to like care about each and individual plant, but just to create the right environment for them to survive. And the third mindset that I want to talk about is knowing when to let go. A lot of plant parents came to me, you know, distressed, suffering, because this one plant is like not doing well in their care and it's about to die. And trust me, I feel so bad. I really do. But if this plant is going to cause you to stress out so much and cry, I think it's better to just be thankful and let them go. You know, be thankful that they came into your life, that they brought you like, you know, joy, and then like let them go. Because to be honest, plants these days are not super duper expensive. It's better to like let go of, you know, the plant that makes you feel sad, and then get you a new plant that will bring you joy. It's better to just keep holding on to it and keep stressing yourself over it. Now, I don't mean that you like throw away all the plants, you know, because there are plants that I'm like, okay, these are my rare plants. I don't think I'm gonna find them again. I'll do my best to save them, whether like through propagation or like saving corms if it's alocasia. But for most plants, I would say like let's say if it's infested with pests, right? Like keeping that plant might destroy your whole collection. So maybe it's better to just know when to let go and just say thank you before you let them go, because they have once brought joy into your life. And don't think that saying goodbye to a plant is you being wasteful, because to be honest, plants are just, you know, the most cost-efficient means to happiness that I could think of. For example, if I bought a plant for $20 and I kept it alive for 2 months, that per day it's like 30 cents, if not less, compared to, let's say I ate this food and it makes me happy. I spent $20 on the food, but then the next day I already pooped them out. So plant, it's actually much cheaper compared to like other consumable products that brings you joy. So like, don't feel like it's a waste of money if you had to let go one of your plants that's not bringing you joy anymore. And that's it, guys. Those are the 3 mindsets that I think it's very important for new plant parents to adopt. Don't forget to be flexible in how you care for your plants. Don't forget to create the right environment for your plants, and also be okay with letting them go if the plant no longer bring you joy. Thank you so much for coming and watching the video. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.